Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestick.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. Before we get started, if you're listening to this in our audio version, please give us a 5-star rating. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a like and please subscribe. I'm very excited to welcome this singer-songwriter to this as our guest. She has, as this recording, 13,100 Instagram followers, and she's a Spotify verified artist. Please help me welcome Alyssa Rose Hunt to the podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Alyssa. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let's get this conversation started, shall we?
Sounds good.
Alrighty, awesome. So when you get interested in music, how did that passion evolve into desire to pursue a career in the recording industry?
I've always been really into music since I was a kid. My family is very much into music. Music was always playing in my house, and as a dancer, I started when I was 3 years old, and I've always been fascinated with how they create the music. And it wasn't until I graduated high school where I realized, okay, you know what? Like, I want to create music of my own. So that's where it all started.
That's amazing. Amazing the combination of dance and music. They're intertwined together.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So who are some of the musicians, recording artists, songwriters, and producers that helped inspire your sound?
I would say Prince and Michael Jackson are my top two, 100%. Christina Aguilera and J-Lo. I love how they, in Burlesque with Christina Aguilera, she was able to sing and also perform in that movie. And then with J-Lo, she's also a triple threat. She can act, dance, and sing. So those two are also a very big influence.
I actually got to admit that I did see Christina Aguilera at Radio City Music Hall and Jennifer Lopez when she came to Kansas City back in 2012. So they were phenomenal shows.
That's so awesome.
Absolutely. And I got to say, we definitely need Prince and Michael Jackson in today's music industry, especially I was talking on Twitter because I was looking at the new Las Vegas Sphere Stadium, and oh my God, Michael Jackson and Prince would have really dominated in that venue.
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw some videos of that too, and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I could definitely see Purple. I could just imagine Purple Rain and Let's Go Crazy with that kind of background, but also Thriller, Smooth Criminal, Dirty Diana,
Yeah.
Earth Song. Those songs would have that venue would have really those artists and taken them to a whole level of excellence.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was like a whole movie.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about you. Let's get back to our conversation. So, what have been some of the challenges that you faced breaking into the music industry, and how have you overcome those obstacles?
Yeah. So in Toronto at least, it is very much a male-based industry. I found it very challenging as a female artist to kind of get my character out there. But as I just kept on creating the music, staying true to myself, and just knowing that this is who I am, regardless of my gender, I'm gonna just be an artist.
And that's a really good answer, and I'm surprised. And this is something I've never learned. This is something for the first time I've learned about this. So about Toronto and how it's male dominant. So I commend you a lot for stepping in and breaking shattering glass ceilings everywhere. Alrighty, so you guys talk. I want to talk about some of these stories behind your songs and some of your most streamed songs on Spotify. I want to talk. Let's start with Muse because it's on your latest album, Magnetic Muse Chapter 1. And so, what is that story?
So Muse is sort of a way to express how this is something that I'm feeling towards someone, and it's just I know I've seen things, I've heard things, and I've witnessed a lot of things that are not so coincidental. And I know that this connection towards someone is real, and I would like to pursue that type of feeling with that person.
Excellent story, excellent. My addiction has raked over 34,800 Spotify streams as of this recording.
Yes. It was how was it recorded? Actually, that producer is in India, so we worked virtually through COVID, and so I had a song idea that I wanted to do, and with the connection that I have with him, I asked him if he was able to like recreate some type of fantasy like beat for the lyrics that I had. So I sent over the lyrics. I sent over how I would sing the lyrics, and then he virtually sent over his part of the music, and we kind of just blended it all together.
I gotta say, technology is a miracle sometimes because with that songwriter in India and you in Canada, that is just amazing.
Right? Yes. Like who would have thought that two countries from like opposite sides would come together to create music? Like that's crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So another song that's really cited views as of this recording has over 55,000 Spotify streams. So what is the message behind the song?
Well, that's actually that's a funny song for me personally. I was with a friend, and I was during school. I was acting, running lines with one of my friends from school, and so basically, he knew I was making music. This was at the start of my career, and he's like, okay, so let's hear some music. So I'm like, actually, like I'll write a song right now. I'll just like give me anything. So I actually started writing about brown eyes, and then he was right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna write this song for you. So I wrote the song, and then that's how it turned out. It was like in 10 minutes.
A 10-minute song is not that bad.
Thank you.
Like, believe me, believe me, getting podcasts and stuff, it doesn't take 10 minutes to do, my friend. So I commend you on that, how Quicksilver-esque your songwriting is.
Thank you.
Alrighty. With Too Full, 105,000 Spotify streams, so we're slowly getting up there. So what is that song about?
So that one is about someone's ego. It's basically saying that you have a lot of pride. You don't have to speak to me this way. This was in an album about heartbreak, so it was going through a lot of darker emotions, and it's just sort of expressing that yes, I know that you're there, and I know that you are doing your best to sort of help me, but at the same time, your ego is so powerful. It's too full that all I see is its negativity.
And boy, it could be both sides, men and women too, like with egos.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, so the final song I want to talk to you about is probably your most streamed song, Whispering Bells, which is sitting at 191,000 Spotify streams.
Yes, Whispering Bells. That song actually was from a dream I had. In my dream, the lyrics and the melody came to me, and then it took me about, I think, a year until I actually started creating that song physically. And it was with the same artist from India, Ogamist, and he sent me over this type of spy track. And when I heard the track, I was like, okay, wow, like this song kind of reminds me of Whispering Bells. So I went into my notebook again, and then I kind of readjusted the melodies and fixed those two together, and then it became that kind of song. And yeah, it was I really enjoyed that song.
and another Canada and India combination.
Yes.
Awesome. So we got to talk. You just recently released Magnetic Muse Volume One. So how long did what's it you made the decision to divide it to two volumes?
Yeah, so I actually I was writing a lot of songs at this during my writing process, and it was a lot of songs, and I realized, okay, what am I trying to say here? And at this time, I was also painting the cover art for Magnetic Muse. And then because the cover art is a flame, it's blue and orange, I had the idea of the yin yang concept. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take all of these songs that I wrote and I'm going to separate them based off of the emotion that I felt that it gave off and the story. So then I did chapter one as yang and then chapter two for yin.
That's amazing. And so is it like, are you going to wait a couple months before chapter two comes out, or is it going to be 1 month and then next month?
Yeah, so chapter one, I have a couple projects I'd like to release for chapter one, and then in the new year for 2024, I'll be releasing chapter two.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. I'm looking forward to hearing all that. So, anyway, have you thought about the dream collaborations, such as the singers, the songwriters, the producers, the musicians, and how would they enhance your sound?
Yeah, I would. FKJ is one art producer that I would say I would love to work with. Even Jean Baptiste, he's also another producer that artist I would like to work with. They to be able to create music and playing multiple instruments, I think is so fascinating. I'm learning to play piano right now, and I can't even imagine playing another instrument. It's such a challenge for me, but it's so beautiful that people know how to do this, and I think they could teach me a lot with the music and the producer part of it, and even melodies for singing and everything.
It would be really cool to hear you with John Batiste. He's amazing. I saw him the majority of my times when I went to see Colbert, when I went to Spot Show. He and Stay Human were absolutely amazing together.
Wow, that is so amazing. I would love to see him.
Yeah, he is such one of our generation's most talented musicians.
Hmm.
Awesome. So anyway, let's talk. We got to start winding down our conversation. We got to talk about social media. So what are some of the ways that you've used social media to help and expand your fan level and interaction with your fans?
Yeah, so I use social media to showcase who I am on an artist level, but also on a personal level. So I share all of my projects. I share my modeling, my acting, singing, my paintings. I share on social media, and then I'd also like to take photos of nature. So I like to share photos that I take outside and just being present. Usually, I also showcase a lot of the music that I listen to, and it's a way that people can see, okay, like these are the songs that she's listening to, this is how she's getting inspired, and then now they know how I create my own music. And then yeah, just personal stuff like my cat, for example. I love my cat, so I'll share photos of my cat and everything. So
Awesome, awesome. So where can they find your music and where can they connect with you on social media?
yeah, so my music is on all platforms: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Amazon, Tidal. And then for social media, I am at Alyssa Rose Hunt on all platforms.
Awesome, Melissa. So, guys, did you miss an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast? Well, visit our channels on Apple Podcasts, Caesar, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Spotify, and Spreaker. Jacob Elyachar, Jake Stick with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And guys, find out my take on music, including Alyssa's new record, and also my take, and also more interviews, what's going on with Masked Singer, what happened last season on America's Got Talent. Visit jake-take.com. Once again, jake-take.com. Alyssa, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.